Okay, so time for a bit more autograders. Just want to clear up what we were doing from before. Before we go to the stand-up. Yes. So now we are. Basically, I'm working on this. No, not that ticket. I'm working on this ticket here. So we've got set up so that the grader. Yeah, demonstrate the grader works with a staging grader. So let's open a ticket for these issues. Let's go through this series of issues from the previous session. What we've got is RAG issues here. We've got a new issue. We've got how to document how to add a new grader. I was trying to add a new grader. But it wasn't automatically included in the list of in fact, we can see the error that we got, and maybe we can in the log. Let's have a look here. Go back to the logs. We're in there. Let's go into the logs directory. Let's have a look. So let's tail looks surprisingly short. I guess I may also have restarted, and that logging thing is a whole other story, isn't it? Yes, I don't know. It's got that coming in, but it hasn't got the error. That was the was unknown. Is there? So we've got. Is there some setting somewhere? Oh, it's probably. It probably just needs to be required, doesn't it? At the new grader just needs to be required somewhere. Perhaps we should set it so all RB files in the grader directory are automatically pulled in. Okay, so we've got that potential issue there. So we'll pop that in there as a so then we've got the so we've got refactor. So refactor I think that's a much we'll say class name change will make it clearer. Actually does. AIMWork 5 is not very descriptive and also somewhat out of date. That's the homework in the MOOC is now in 2 parts and called legacy homework 1 and legacy homework 2. So we've got that one issue there. Could be doing this all through Waffle. Not really bothered either way. Okay, so we've got 2 things there. I mean, I think separate grading of the 2 parts of the assignment is not too hard. We're gonna need. Are we gonna start appearing legacy things and then not? Yeah. Basically, this. I think this needs to be split. To be split in 2. Issue. Split into 2 repos since homework is in 2 parts and is graded separately. We should split 2 specs into 2 separate repos. Reflect the splits in the MOOC. Okay, we've got an issue there. And I guess, do I need to be? No, that's this one. I think that split should be relatively straightforward. And we need to do it before Friday, so there's a bit of time. There we go. And then, so I guess the priority is, you know, what happens on C9. So in order to address that, well, and that's an issue really on this thing, issues 1 here, remove specs as long as it's in there, and then also adjust instructions to include how to handle C9 Ruby versions. Grade to 1.9.3. I guess, okay. So we've taken all of the little associated issues. It'd be cool if this thing supported so that when those issues were closed, that would tick off. But anyway, okay. But I think so. Looking at this is the highest priority, and in order to address that, we've got I've got TAs who've already tried it on 2.2.2, and then installing JSON has blown up. Typos fiddle. What even is that? I might like to see that fail. And in order to do that, I would follow the instructions, and the instructions also updating those instructions. What is typosphere? What is that? Yeah, which is moved to double-file. Okay, but is that? So we've got here, and then this is we've got issues. Update instructions to match latest sequence from the MOOC, which includes doing the bug fix first, removing. It's like doing the bug fix first, removing references to deadlines. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I want to have up for myself. Let's go over here. I've got some other grader over there that I don't need access to right now. That was just reviewing some of the old things. We can lose that. That's relevant there. I've got my action plan. I'm just mucking around and remove that. Okay. I'm just trying to navigate all the windows here. What I thought I had. Oh, I brought it in here. So I'm working on this one. Okay, so I've got this is my old intro video, various bits and pieces. So that the instruction, let's have a look. This is the instruction here. Right, so there's this specific thing here. Okay, so this is the instructions for this. So I think I'm going to follow those instructions rather than... Now, what does this say? They may be the same. Yeah, it's pretty much that thing there, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's... I'm going to need to update those. But one thing at a time. In the first instance, I'm going to try and use... Oh, no, I've lost them. These instructions. I need a C9 instance. And I probably want to create one from scratch. And so this is going to be CS169.2x legacy. Put a hyphen in it. A workspace can only have lowercase letters. Goodness. No, that's not. Legacy homework 1. Will that work? Is it? That's right, your project name. Lowercase letters, numbers, underscores, dashes. I only have that. Do I have a space at the beginning? CS169-2x legacy-1. Okay. Okay, so let's just have a custom create a workspace. So let's start with a new workspace. Giving me a container there. I'm just gonna, let's bring that container to work specifically on that. Okay. Okay, there. And so now, presumably this is what Tony has already done that. So we need to fork that repo. We don't have to fork that repo. We just have to clone that repo. And I've probably forked it and changed it and so on. So that's not going to work. So I want to do here git clone typo like so. That's going to pull that in. So we've got some instructions here. First of all, to do sudo apt-get update, which I guess is generally a sensible thing to do, to update our Linux instances. And then so we need to install these two things. I'm just worried that typo is going to be too big on that. Okay. Yeah, so I think we already have those. And then we want to do bundle install without production in the typo directory. And let's follow the precise instructions and see what happens. Oh, that was cd typo. So that's and then deploy to Heroku. So I guess, I'm going to go and have a look at the sourcebook typo repo while that's going on. And the gem file specifies Ruby 1.9.3. So maybe that Ruby, why have those guys encountered an issue then? Is this going to blow up for me at some point? Let's go in here. Let's take stuff in the background. So that's Free Ranger. I noticed that the gem file includes Ruby 1.3 and bundle install is running smoothly on instance of C9. I set up, it's just about to hit the JSON thing, which is where they said they had a problem. I wonder if the explicit install of 1.9.3 is necessary? Question mark. What did he say that he removed? He changed the gem file to use 2.2.2. Yeah, they mentioned that. So we have the problem. So I mean, I think if I open a new folder here, let's just see new terminal. I mean, what we need is, in the first instance, something that's stable can be graded. I mean, it becomes a much more challenging homework if everybody's worked against Rails 4. Yeah, okay, so RVM list. Yeah, so 1.93 is installed by default. I'll just take that out and save Rindra. I noticed that Ruby 1.9.3 is installed in C9 by default. Let's have a look how I'm doing there. Okay, now and then Ruby core source. We have a problem. An error installed while installing line cache 19 and bundler cannot continue. I ran bundle install and it switched automatically. 3. However, the install failed. Okay, on line cache. Where is that even coming in? Line cache is at Ruby core source. Remove entry secure. What's the actual error here? Failed to build gem-native extension. Xconf.rb filed. Could not create make file. At the moment, I'm focusing on whether we can actually get this working on C9. Okay, so then we've got, so there's a xconf rb failed, and this is on C9. Let's put that cloud mode. This is going to be specific to cloud 9. So I mean, I guess sensibly what I should also do is I should get in here. Let's have another window in Sourcebook. Do I have typo in there? I do not. Git clone the typo. Let's get this and see if we can do it locally. Typo, yeah, I should run this. I want to work out if C9 is contributing to the problem. That's a C9, we've got a C9 docs. Nobody responding to that. No, not related. I want to kick off that install. Okay, so I'll have to install that particular version of Ruby on 3 locally. Okay, so in the background. I mean, mentions line cache here. I mean, I don't know if we even need line cache. Okay. Okay. So in principle, is it because these things have gone they're now supported? So let's go. Have we got to have debug in there? This is the typo gem file here. Right. It may just be a question of removing that Ruby debug 19. I've got some pull requests in here. No description provided. Have I already forked this? That's the question. Yes, I've got a fork of it already. So, I mean, I've got it pulled down there. That doesn't mean I can't also just hit up a change on this, on the gem file, and remove that. And I want that in a branch. Git checkout -b. Issue. I don't know if it fails locally. Let's put an issue in here. Can I have issues? Let's allow us to have issues. Issues. New issue fails to install bundle fails on C9. In particular, it's failing like so. Let's get the full error message there. Okay. Thinking this might be related to old Ruby debug. C. Okay. So that's going to be 19, issue 19. So check out 19 removes Ruby bug. Okay, so I've got there. I'm still installing 1.9.3 there. I mean, I guess I don't need to put the pull request in. I could just be adjusting that and changing that on here. Means we've got a gem file lock that's come out with it. If I adjust the gem file though, let's do that, and we can we try again? Let's see, rerunning that again. Can't try it locally. So I'm waiting to see what happens there. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe they've already mentioned that's. Where's the edX thing here? That's not. They already did they? They already mention they removed that. No. Okay, so. Okay, so we've been able to complete that by removing Ruby debug. All right. So that's a single update there. This one, okay. So we've done that. Can also, this one, have I removed it locally? I guess I just, be interesting to see if I encounter the same issue there. And the instructions for this are, I don't know if I even need those. Let's just try, can I do like brew list libx? Doesn't look like an option for doing a brew list grab libx. Brew list. And brew install. Out of interest, is it? Can I just have those two things? Do I need those? Do we even need those two things? They don't exist. Okay, well, that's all right. So we can run the install there. We also want to look at, so run the database migrations on C9. So we'll see if that works on C9. So many windows in real time. Okay. We've got that going on. Okay. I'd like to just jump back and forth a little bit. Okay. Okay. We're going to do the rest of those steps. Interesting. I don't have to create the databases there. Okay, so that's worked for 1.9.3. It's some other. I think that would be insane to try and. So let me see if I'm logged into Heroku here. Yeah, sure. All right. Well, I think one less thing. So Heroku login automatically installs the toolbar, which wasn't installed before. Let's move this one as the site. Okay, my Heroku credentials. Yeah, I have to remember my password. Whoa, huge win! Woo! Okay. So I've got a stand-up coming up. I'm just going to do here the we've done here. So push Heroku master. Yeah, so I can tell if I fix that. Okay. Okay, so fixed that by removing debug from gem file. Completed on C9. Because that might take a while. I think we might have to shut that down. I would like to just run these next little bits of pieces. Okay, no, I was actually doing the installation on. Let's bring that back in here so we can see that I'm recording. It's doing all of these bits and pieces. Yes, no, so I could even record this as a intro for it's going to work in advance. We may yet be able to do that. I don't know if I can afford the time for it. I've got to, I think we'll have to pause it there and take that back up after the startup. Okay, let's recording.